Startup Podcast PH is co-produced by Y Spaces, Aperon, Tuala, Simph, Secuna, Maroon Studios, Aimhigh, and Compare Loans. Check out our partners in the description. Welcome sa Startup Podcast PH, inspiring more Filipino entrepreneurs and innovators. Live tayo ngayon dito sa Bacolod Alpha Hub here in Bacolod City. We have Spring Valley and we have the founder, Sir Jonathan De Luzuriaga, also the president of the Philippine Software Industry Association. Hello, sir. Kamusta?
Hello and welcome to Negros and welcome to Bacolod.
Yes, sir. I'm very excited nga dito sa Bacolod, no. Actually countryside siya pero modern na rin dito. Ang dami na ring mga buildings dito.
Everything
yung pag-advance nga sir ng technology is very thriving actually dito, especially with your startup Spring Valley.
Well, everything that you need in the metropolitan areas, no, you could find it here already. My family is really from here. Taga dito talaga kami. Within the region, although hiwalay na region namin ngayon, NIR na kami. No? My mom's from Iloilo, she's a defensor. My dad naman is a Luzuriaga from Negros, from Bacolod. And ako, I've decided to move back here, even though I was born, raised, grew up in Manila. No?
Okay.
Medyo nasobra na ako sa traffic.
so like, sir, how many years kayo sa Manila?
Practically my entire life, no? So I moved back here in the countryside 2016 sa Capiz muna ako.
Capiz.
And then we in Bacolod towards the tail end of the pandemic, I moved to Negros already.
And that's actually interesting, sir, no? Kasi you spent almost all your life nga sa Manila, but you decided to build Spring Valley. Actually, if I'm correct, sir, no, nag-start na si Spring Valley sa Capiz and now here also in Bacolod. So what was the motivation lang din, sir, of parang building it here aside from like in Manila?
Well, first and foremost, Spring Valley is it's a unique kind of tech startup because we wanted to leverage also real estate, no? The original vision of Spring Valley was to create the Silicon Valley of the Philippines. Wow, diba?
Wow talaga.
Masyadong mayabang, masyadong tikalo ng tawag namin sa ano. And we wanted to build it. But when we talk about real estate, obviously Metro Manila is very cost prohibitive. Diba? Unlike here in the countryside, medyo mas mura pa yung lupa.
Dahil marami na, sir, mga developers din sa mga building.
That's one. Second is for a small-time company that has a very unique concept, you'd really need a huge capital to put something together. Unlike here, this is quite a surprise to everyone. No? Let's talk about the entire IT BPM sector, including the contact center, software development, game development. During a survey that was conducted by IBPAP a few years back, we found out that majority of the people powering these technology companies in the Philippines and are mostly based in Metro Manila and Metro Cebu, their talent comes from other places outside of Metro Manila and Metro Cebu. So they're naturally importing cities, no? So I said maybe I should try to see where the talent pool is. Dahil when you talk about Silicon Valley talaga, the concept is it's rich with talent. That's why it attracted such huge companies like Apple, Google, Microsoft, diba? So I wanted to replicate something like that and be a hub for R&D, especially technology-facing research and development. And that was the original concept. That's why dito ako sa probinsya. Aside from the fact that, well, cost of living here is much more affordable. The air is cleaner.
Yes, sir, paaliwalas.
I think you've experienced.
Maganda, sir, sa Capitol Lagoon. Ayun. Or even, malamang even outside the city, mas maano pa.
Mas maganda pa, no? And I think you've experienced the Bacolod traffic already, which
actually,
is technically
sir,
non-existent.
Hindi naman, pero I mean, yung main road niya, ang luwag, yung parang, ang tawag ba dun, sir, yung main road na yung...
Well, along Lacson Street.
Ay, Lacson,
that's the tourist strip also. That's the tourist strip. No? So, again, sino yung ayaw ng ganitong klaseng situation?
I mean, compared sa Manila, napaka-luwag.
even if I'm in Manila, we live in Parañaque, we live in the south. And if you have a meeting in BGC or in Makati, you need at least a two-way runway in order for you to meet the schedule, diba? So, dito medyo, honestly, I was here before 10 no? And I left the house at 9:45.
Oh, how many kilometers away, sir?
Siguro mga 7 or 8 kilometers away. So,
wow. Kung sa Manila yun, 2 hours ka abutin.
Well, just crossing BGC to Makati. Sometimes
actually true, sir.
Take you 2 hours. So,
anyway, sir, ang ganda, sir, yung na-mention mo na na the talent are actually coming. For example, there are offices in Manila, in Cebu, but the talent is actually coming from outside, maybe. Negros, ganyan. And then, tama nga naman imbes na yung mga tao ay parang sort of nagmamigrate pa from one province to another, napapaluyo sa families somehow. Doon na lang tayo gumawa rin ng mga hubs sa bawat isang city sa Pilipinas. Pero siguro, sir, just to be specific, parang si Spring Valley naman as a software company din, ano naman exactly yung mga ginagawa niya? Parang for the clients or for the larger, maybe parang may larger rin to na gustong isolve maybe sa Pilipinas or sa in wherever places. Parang, and you mentioned kanina yung real estate. Yeah. So what exactly, sir, yung parang problem that Spring Valley is solving as a software company?
So a little bit of context first, no? Let's talk about some of the studies naman ni Philippine Software Industry Association. No? So, nung nag-survey kami internally within the association, and we're basically the oldest IT association, no? Industry association that's there. Been around for more than 3 decades. Some of the founders nga, hindi na natin kasama ngayon no? So, and this is a consortium, no? For lack of a better term, of the biggest and the smallest technology companies in the Philippines. Accenture, IBM, HP, yes. And then you've got the startups, and then you've got the schools that offer computer science, IT. So it's a very nice mix of about 140, 150 stakeholders, no, in technology. Noong nagpa-survey kami, how many are actually doing services against products? Medyo nakakagimbal yung result, no? 95% is actually doing services. So tayo mga Pinoy, mukhang talagang in love tayo sa services, no? And I always say this every time I get interviewed. Siguro our history has a little bit of effect on how we embrace this. We've been under the Spaniards, under the Americans,
taga-provide lang tayo ng service.
Yes.
Mayroong polo e-servicio pa nung
I mean, we give absolutely the best, most exquisite service to other countries, no? Pero we never get high on our own supply, Diba? Very few ang bold enough to actually say, you know what? I'm going to put up something and disrupt a particular industry. So, noon nakita ko yon, sabi ko, maybe it's about time that we create a venue where, this kind of mindset, this kind of thinking would be nurtured. Kaya yun yung, So, some of the things that we've done, and this is, I have to thank former Mayor Albi Benitez, who is now Congressman Albi Benitez, no, for supporting this. Because talagang yung aim talaga is digital Bacolod, no? So, one of the insanities that I created was, sabi ko, kawawa naman yung mga OJT sa Pilipinas, no? Hirap na hirap, especially sa probinsya. No, if you want to do your OJT in a company that's based in Metro Manila, mahirapan ka, pupunta ka pa talaga doon physically. Minsan mag-i-email ka, hindi ka naman mapapansin, 'di ba? So we created ojtph.com. So it's like a matching platform for companies that are offering on-the-job training, especially sa tech, and the students, no, that would want to do that. So now, everywhere in the Philippines, if your school is actually enrolled in the program, you could search kung ano yung mga companies na open. So that's one. No?
Yung mga OJT na yun, sir, pwedeng remote naman yun, di ba?
May mga companies kasi na pumapayag na remote na And that's one of the lessons that we learned during the pandemic. Pwede pala, hindi na kailangan magkita-kita sa, And that particular fact will figure into our kwentuhan later on, no? Because we made a very hard pivot into something different sa Spring Valley now. Ikaw una makakadinig.
Well, first of all, sir, ang interesting nung that you mentioned kanina about the service and the product. So, siguro define lang natin, product, you really have not necessarily tangible, but something na sa atin. Sige nga, sir, how do you differentiate a product and service, kumbaga?
So, service is really when you do, sa software muna, iba-ibang variants yan. Meron tinatawag na fixed build. Igawa mo ako na software.
Okay.
Pero the ownership is mine. Binayaran lang kita for your service. Yes. Diba? pwede ring time and material. Uy, kailangan ko ng 10 mobile developer. Diba? Tawag din namin dyan, staff augmentation. Term namin dyan, body shop. As in talaga, you're just providing warm bodies for the requirement. No? Dahil meron din silang team, kulang sila ng tao, ayaw na nila mag-hire. So, ibibigay sa atin. And usually, the Philippines is number 2 all over the world next to India when it comes to IT services. Pagkaliit-liit natin, isipin mo, more than 110 million against 1.3 billion, pero number 2 tayo. So, meaning, magaling talaga yung mga Pinoy, no? And of course, contact center. We're number 1. We're the contact center capital of the world. Pero, services pa rin eh.
Yes.
At the end of the day, we can't claim na, okay, this is made by a Filipino, made in the Philippines for the rest of the world. Because we actually got paid to do a particular service.
Saka, diba? Actually, yun nga, sir, no? Actually, with regard to startups, it's time na hindi lang tayo nagbibigay ng manpower nga for as developers sa ibang mga startups. It's time na tayo mismo yung, as you said nga, sir, ownership, ano?
Right.
Tayo, Philippine-built and Philippine-owned yung mga company, yung mga startups, yung mga technology na ginagawa natin. And I believe parang ito nga yung ginagawa now ni kay Spring Valley na hindi lang tayo, kumbaga nag-export ng manpower, ng talent, kundi we build our own products talaga.
Yes, that's correct. You hit it right on the head, no? Talagang now, we wanted to not only produce our own innovations, no, and technologies or platforms, pero gusto din naming hikayatin lahat ng mga tao na, sumali din kayo dito. Gusto niyo na ano? If you want to have a certain support system for you to realize what you're trying to build, especially mga estudyante, ang gagaling ng mga estudyante natin ngayon, ano? We're talking about, those age between 16 to 22 na pinanganak yan, digital native na eh. Diba? They're very familiar. Hindi na nga siguro alam na
yan, eh.
Oo, yung
pagkapanganak, naka-tablet na,
That's correct. Sabi ko nga, baka paglabas niyan sa sinapupunan ng nanay nila, may dala-dala na cellphone eh. Diba? But, yun nga, no? So, but unfortunately, poverty in the Philippines is a very huge concern. In between looking for a job and following your dream, building something that's going to make the lives of other people better, yung normal knee-jerk na reaction is, mag-e-employo na lang ako. Nothing wrong with employment. Pero sana medyo balance naman ng konti. Diba? Especially if you look at the economics here in the Philippines, 99% are micro, small, medium enterprises.
MSMEs.
Pero mostly on the services side again. Diba? So this time around, baka naman pwede during my lifetime na intellectual property is created in the Philippines, tapos tayo naman na mag-dominate in other...
Kumbaga mga brands naman, I mean, nasanay na tayo yung mga cellphone natin, mga laptop natin, mga foreign brands actually. Maybe it's time na brand naman ng Pinoy na ginagamit sa ibang bansa.
A little bit of quiz for you and for our listeners. No? During the height of the pandemic, we were all isolated, no? We were addicted to apps because that was the only way that we could get things that we need to survive. Guess what? Majority of the apps that you used are not made in the Philippines, or it's not a Philippine company. The funny thing is, chances are, there's a Filipino team that helped propel this particular platform to, dominate particular markets, especially in Asia and the Pacific. Pero hindi atin yan. Lumalabas pa rin ang pera sa Pilipinas kahit anong mangyari.
Yes, Tama nga naman. Dapat, let's start na tayo na ang nagde-develop. Maybe let's start with apps nga, sir. Itong mga apps na kailangan natin. Maybe bago nga yung mga larger technology brands, let's start with software. And I think yun nga yung ginagawa now ni Spring Valley. Now, going back, sir, kay Spring Valley, and you mentioned kanina na medyo nag-pivot kayo. Siguro as a startup din na talaga nag-start rin from scratch, how did you navigate nga, sir, yung paggawa ng product, or maybe yung parang, of course, as a business, you still have to survive, to live.
Right.
So, sige, sir, maybe siguro pwedeng pakwento ba from the beginning ni Spring Valley, ano yung mga first products that you tried to do and that you've been doing until now, and then how did you navigate that as a technology developer and also as a business?
Well, we're gifted in a way that we have the capability to actually build, no? May mga ibang startup na doon pa lang papunta na MVP, hirap na eh. So kami, we spit it out really fast. And there are some things that we built that I'm very proud of that are in the freezer and waiting for its time, no? Dahil timing din yan eh. Diba? And there are those that we built na parang sinayang natin yung panahon natin tsaka pera natin dito, no? So, so many things. We built a robot. It's called WAC. It's a water quality monitoring robot, no? That we built. Dahil when we were in Capiz, obviously, Capiz is known for, diba? For mga fish ponds, fish pens. And we were hoping na, sige, pag ginawa namin to, it's going to measure turbidity, salinity, all the things that are important in the growth of the fish. Sisikat ito. And, it won several contests, but eventually we had to shelf it, no? Parang hindi pa rin ready yung industry.
Yes, and maybe mahirap pa siyang magamit ng mga, correct me if I'm wrong, sir, yung mga fisher, for example.
That's correct. No? Dahil you have to also look at the users. No, isa sa mga sakit namin na we're trying to avoid is sometimes we just keep on building things because gusto namin without actually first asking ourselves, meron magagamit dito. May magbabayad pa para dito. It's sakit din ng karamihan na startups.
Very true, diba? Sir. Very true. Good thing you mentioned that, sir.
Dami mga startup na talaga sasabihin nila, hindi, talagang sigurado ako dito dahil gusto ko to
Yeah, we want this feature, we want this yung advancement.
You need to ask yourself, number one, are you the market? Diba? Second, is there really a market out there? No? So medyo sa market validation, doon na yung that's what separates the men from the boys. Ika nga, diba? The successful startups are those that have clearly defined and validated that there is a market for what they're building.
True, sir.
No? So, may katigasang ulo. Ako, guilty as charged. No? I'm going to take the blame for my entire organization dahil si Mr. Diktador lang naman ako. Gawin natin to, di ba? Magaling to, etc.
By the way, sir, how many yung parang developers sa team?
Because, yun nga, I'll go to that later. Right now, I have about 12 people in my team. Okay. No? We're very lean now. Thanks to several iterations. But there was a time na more than 100 kami.
Wow, ang dami.
Kasi ito nga ang problema If you're a software development company and your main goal is to really create products, sometimes beggars can't be choosers. Pag may kontrata na lumapit sa'yo at sasabihin, services contract to, at nakita mo yung dami na zero na nakatapat doon sa kontrata, diba? At ikaw hirap na hirap kang mag-issue ng cheque para sa sweldo or sa, all the subscription na kailangan mong bayaran or rental or utilities, napipilitan ka to get all of these contracts, di ba? So, lumaki kami because majority were deployed with client accounts.
So, somehow, sir, nag-service kayo?
Nag-hybrid kami, no? So, service and products. No? While, ako nga, kawawa naman yung mga tao ko, I expect so much from them because aside from giving what they call customer delight para sa mga customer namin, all of their free time, sinisequester ko rin because sinasabi ko sa kanila, gawa tayong produkto. So, very little kalokohan, especially with yung mga naiwan na tao sa akin because they're really dead set and focused on trying to create certain things that would alleviate issues, no? Pero bugbog din sila dahil may kliyente rin sila No? So, that was the formula. The thing that I keep on promising my people is pag ang isang ginagawa natin maging tunay na kumpanya na, siguraduhin natin na may parte kayo dyan. So, in essence, I'm not getting employees, I'm getting partners.
So, by equity.
By equity. Okay. So, ganun yung approach namin. So, co-founders sila somehow. Okay. So like OJTPH, daming naka dyan, ang daming critical yung roles nila for us to actually build that. By the way, we built OJTPH with technically a non-existent business model. Nung sumisikat na, may folks ask me, my team ask me, boss, paano tayo kikita dito? Sabi ko, Actually, hindi ko alam Dahil we just wanted to help out the on-the-job trainees, di ba?
That's a third thing, sir, no? So first, you build the technology, baka wala pang gumagamit, but here may gumagamit naman. Pero ano nga yung business model? So parang siya yung third na dapat mong isipin nila sa startup First, the technology that you want to build na may user, may gagamit, may validation. Right. And then third, of course, you still have to have a business model kasi you need revenues to sustain that.
That's correct. And a lot of our friends in the startup ecosystem will agree with us, no? Sometimes, yun yung nakakalimutan, di ba? But, the way I talk to startups, yesterday, merong DTI Region 6 program, no? And kasama yung NIR dyan sa program na yan. It's called Aspire by the Department of Trade in the Industry. So, they asked me to give a few words to the startups. And one of the things that I left them with is, or the advice that I gave them was basically, don't build your startup thinking na, it's going to be so attractive, somebody's going to invest. Lagi tayong ganun Madami yung gusto one time, big time
investment muna bago user.
Focus on the user first.
Yes.
Because the investments will follow if you already have a very huge following.
Yes.
No? So, in the same manner na we're now thinking, and again, many thanks to the Bacolod City LGU for supporting OJTPH, at least they wet our beak, no? Gives us something to survive and, operate the platform. Madaming mga tao na makakapansin sa'yo pag nakita na may gumagamit naman talaga. And it's important, diba? Your value proposition is not questionable. So going back to what's the hard pivot?
Okay.
Ito ngayon ang magandang kwentuhan dito. At baka may mga maiyak dito sa makakadinig nito. Apparently, because of this thing called AI, majority of the services is now being compromised. Unti-unting kumukonte ang requirement. Bakit? Those that have been giving us long contracts for software development, for instance, no? Even marketing support, contact center, etc. Dati mga 2-3 taon yung mga kontrata niyan. Una napansin namin, 2023, ba't paiksi ng paiksi? Tapos yung presyo, paliit ng paliit. Diba? You know the story of medical transcription. Bigla na lang nawala. Diba? Dati, ang laking industriya sa Pilipinas niyan, pati sa ano. Now, because of technology, all you have to do is talk to your phone and it basically transcribes it. Diba? So, parang dun din papunta yung services. So, medyo kinabahan kami lahat, no? And right now, even within the PSIA, I'm basically waving the flag of, now it's time to create products. Let's try to create, it's a wake-up call for us.
Tama nga naman, sir. Oo, tama. Since kumbaga somehow nababawasan ng AI yung mga itong jobs na to, let's build product that use AI na rin. Or tayo,
that's correct.
Let's override that.
And we have to have a longer view of, what's around the corner. Diba? Hindi yung react na lang tayo na react on what's happening now. So, when I sat down with my team and several other advisors, I said, wow, even the contracts that we used to have are now, fence-sitting yung mga tao Diba? Even the clients. Clients from the US, from Europe, from Australia, New Zealand, they're sitting on the fence saying, maybe hindi mo na ako gagastos, tingnan ko kung ano yung mangyayari dito sa AI. Diba? And it's happening now, no? In term nga na agentic AI, which basically is, a more souped-up version of what everybody knows, automates everything, etc. No, especially the low value jobs. Nakakatakot talaga. And this is no longer science fiction. This is science fact. It's happening now. So I saw this even as early as 2022, and I said maybe we should do something about it. I'm gonna go back to basics So atras kami. Ano ba meron tayo talaga? Second, ano bang kailangan talaga? Okay. So, we zeroed in on one particular need, no? And this is recognized the world over. Pagkain. Now, I don't know, I've only been here overnight in Bacolod. Dito sa Negros, grabe ang eating culture namin.
Actually, sir, nakakain ako ng mga chicken dito.
Okay. So, nakita mo naman, di ba? As in, and then new restaurants keep on popping up.
Sa Lacson, hilera ng mga restaurant, grabe.
Right. And aside from the fact that katulad yan, yung Kinos, di ba? That's a local brand So, Negrenses, Bacolod Nons, actually create their own brands. Hindi lang bibili ng franchise. Which is, yun din yung gusto natin direction for the startup ecosystem, di ba? Tayo naman tayo, magaling naman tayo, kaya naman natin yan eh, di ba? So, to cut to the chase, I said pagkain, wala akong kaalam-alam sa restaurant. Sabi ko, wag muna. Tsaka parang daming kalaban, no? Grabe ang kompetisyon. So, balik ka ulit din sa mga bare bones basic, no? Especially in terms of putting up your business. Ano ba ang competition ko? Ano ang presyo ko? Ano ba talaga yung gusto ko? No? So, we zeroed in on the supply side primarily because when we ask ourselves, ano ba talaga meron tayo? Di ba, dapat magtatayo kami ng Silicon Valley, which is the IT park, no? For R&D and for startups, etc. So we have 11 hectares of land here in Bago City.
Saan, sir? Sa
Bago City, the next town.
Okay.
Okay, the next town.
Or south ng...
Going to the south.
South.
To the south. Okay. It's very near. It's about 20-30 minutes away from where we are right now. So, sabi namin, may lupa tayo. Mag-farming na lang tayo. Di ba? And then my team gently reminded me, boss, okay, that's a good idea. Because talagang kailangan naman talaga. We still need vegetables. Some of our vegetables here, they come all the way from the north. So, grabe yung logistics, di ba? And kung makikita mo dito, just a few clicks away from here, kaliwat kanan mo, puro fields yan eh. Di ba? So, sabi namin, sige, maybe we should go back to the basics. And, this is farming. But my team reminded me, Chief, at the end of the day, let's not forget we're still technologists.
Yes.
So we said, okay, maybe,
na yan.
maybe, sabi ko, we really have to take agri-tech seriously. Okay. So just to walk the talk, and I abide by a certain rule, na don't tell anyone until it's done. Pero I don't think you're going to be back here anytime soon. So I'll take advantage of this. Yeah, I know. So we are going to be launching a farm management platform called FAMAS. Hindi FAMAS Awards, no? But it's farm management system. And then there is a fulfillment mechanism there called Mercado. But at the same time, FAMAS will not only provide you with efficiency in terms of your farm operations. So kami, we're going to basically, PSG, pansariling gamit. We're building it to make our own operations.
Kayo na yung user niya, sir.
Kami muna yung user. But good. We're also asking certain farms to Dahil eventually, when these things become digital when the Department of Agriculture hears about this, makikita nila na, pwede na natin i-calibrate kung ano yung itatanim ng bawat farm para hindi naman law of supply and demand pa rin yan eh.
Ang nangyayari nga, kumbaga kung ano yung tinanim ng isa, yun din yung iba. So, ang dami supply bigla.
Biglang pag magugulat na lang lahat, nung tinanim natin to, ganito pa yung presyo ng kamatis, bakit ganito na ngayon? Kasi nga, nag-oversupply tayo eh. Diba? So, now, this being digital, and if you're going to add a layer of AI there, then your projections are much smarter, much better, diba? May isa pa. Right now, the focus is really in building smart farms. No? High-tech greenhouses. There's this thing called CEAs, yung Controlled Environment Agricultures. Bakit? Binibisita tayo in 2025 storms and they're getting stronger as the years progresses. No? Kawawa naman yung mga magsasaka natin, especially the smaller farmers, because pag binisita ng bagyo yan, giba talaga yan. Wala na talagang yan. Wala ka na masasalvage usually. So now, if you're going to build it indoors using, hydroponics, aquaponics, and then pepper it with a lot of tech, your variation is much wider. And second, mas predictable yung yield mo. Because controlled mo nga yung environment from temperature to the nutrients and so that's what we're building now. Doon kami. And we're calling it the homestead.
You mean, ang homestead, sir, household to, diba? Hindi to yung parang farm talaga na book.
Farm talaga siya muna.
Farm.
But, we're building it on the 11-hectare land that we have. And also, we're trying to create other models, that would enable even the small backyard farmers to be on the platform.
Okay.
Dahil ngayon nga, when you convert it into digital, pwede na nagkakakita na tayong lahat Right? And then, it's also marrying hardware and software by putting in, drip irrigation systems, of course, obviously solar, diba? Weather systems, etc. So everything's automated now. Now, we're gonna go live with this hopefully by October.
Oh wow, next month na pala.
Yeah.
Ang interesting lang sir nung parang naisip ko lang bigla kung yung farm nga ay smart farm siya na automated yung yung monitoring and even maybe other parts of it. Kasi parang may mga factories na tayo ngayon like sa China, even sa US, na yung parang talagang automated lahat, no?
Right.
Gumagalaw sila lahat talaga yun. Automatic yung pag warehouse, yung logistics, then yung paggawa din, pag-make mismo. Baka yung farms, pwede rin ganun.
Pwede up to a certain extent. But, especially for vegetables, medyo handle with care yan.
Okay.
So, there are certain aspects na kailangan mo pa rin ng tao, no? Which is also one of our goals. Because ang battle cry namin ngayon for the homestead is we want to make agriculture sexy again. Okay? Dahil wala nang gusto mag-agrikultura.
True. Actually, sir,
alam mo,
mawala tayo ng pagkain. Kasi, pag wala tayong farmers, pag hindi na-engganyo yung mga tao ngayon, even yung mga batang generation mag-farm, wala tayong farmers.
Ito, Chief, shout out kay Marlene Montano, who's the president of the Animation Council of the Philippines. So, I was telling her this story. Kaibigan kami niyan, no? Kakasama kami sa board ng IBPAP. And I was telling her, sis, ganito yung gusto kong gawin, no? And I want to have this complete mind shift pagdating sa agriculture. I want the younger generation to actually aim for a job in agriculture because it's now malinis, di ba? Efficient, it's very mentally challenging, not just physical.
Tsaka,
so sabi niya, baguhin mo kaya yung lyrics ng Magtanim ay Di Biro dahil napaka-negative eh. So, yun yung approach namin, buo. So,
actually, sir, if I may comment, yung resilience part, yun nga yung although positive ang resilience part, somehow nagiging negative siya kasi isipin ng mga tao, ay, resilient na lang ba tayo? Hindi ba tayo yung parang talaga progressive when it comes to farming?
That's correct, no? Kailangan, medyo nakakahiya dahil, di ba, even Vietnam, dito nag-aaral sa atin sa iri ng rice farming, tapos ngayon tayo bumibili ng bigas nila, no? So, baka naman pwede, since we're really an agricultural nation, and I know that the current government is really focusing on this, no? Ano nila talaga to? Focus area, no? Tapos nanalo pa si Senator Kiko na ayan talaga yung farming, platform niya. No? So, kakanta ko para sa audience mo.
Sige, sir.
Pwede ba?
May ano pa na dito, may live tayo.
Kasi medyo medyo negative yung negative yung connotation yes, Magtanim ay Di Biro, maghapong nakayuko.
Sino ba naman gusto di ba? Sino gusto yung maghapon nakayuko nagtatrabaho?
And this is the one that we're teaching to our kids. So ano mangyayari? Di ba? So eto ngayon, pinalitan namin.
Life-changing yun. Sige,
Magtanim ay kay saya, punong-puno ng pag-asa. Pagkaisigurado, lahat tayo ay kontento. Magtanim ay kay saya, kinabukasan ang dala. Buong bayan, halina na, magbungkal at magsaka. Okay? Halina, tayo'y magsaka. Lupa ay buhay ng republika. Ating itaguyod ang ating lakas. Agrikultura ang tanging pag-asa. So that's basically and we're trying to create an entire campaign around this. Hopefully, madinig to ni Senator Kiko ng Department of Agriculture. Because, what if? Again, tayo mga nasa startup naman, ganun lagi. We're very, very hopeful. Medyo antibay na sikmura natin pagdating sa rejection. And, and I'm hoping that this time around, since we tried, this is our best guesstimate in terms of what would make us successful as Spring Valley. Bumalik kami sa basics. Pagkain. I don't think there's any question whatsoever that food supply is really
it's a basic,
in a very challenging situation right now, no? Both for the Philippines and the entire world. May mga ibang bansa nga na hindi talaga nakakakain ng husto di ba? Pasalamat pa tayo dito. God has blessed the Philippines with so much natural resources. Dito sa Negros, magsaboy ka lang ng kahit ano dyan, may tutubo diba?
Sa lupa ng Negros. But actually nga, sir, I mean, we're blessed nga with, tapos nag-i-import pa tayo. So there really should be something that should be changed. And parang dito nga sa song na ito, parang somehow, nasanay tayo na we're a colonial country nga kasi before.
Right,
so, talagang tayo. But I think now it's time to change that mindset.
Ma'am sir.
Yes, sir.
Hi, ma'am sir. So, laging ganun Baka pwede naman. Alam mo, I made a living, Hindi naman sa pag-aangat ng sariling bangko. Tagal ko na kasing naninilbihan sa industriya which includes the entire IT BPM sector. So, ang dami ko niligawan ng mga call center, software company para mag-invest sa Pilipinas. Which is good, no? I still feel that, there's a lot of nobility in that job, no? Na inimbita natin itong mga malalaking banyaga na kumpanya na mag-establish dito at mag-employo ng madaming Maski nga, nagkakaroon nga ng middle class ngayon in certain parts of the Philippines because of BPO work.
Yes.
Ang ganda ng pasweldo, ang ganda ng benepisyo.
True.
And that's good. Pero panaginip ko naman sana, tayo naman sana yung nililigawan ng ibang bansa para mag-invest tayo doon, di ba? For expansion.
Yes.
Could you imagine Singapore asking a Philippine technology company, we'll give you all the red carpet treatment to set up a company here. That's my dream, no?
Yes. Yes, sir. I mean, I 100% agree. At so yun nga din, sir, that's what we want to see. Well, at least in the startup, in the startup community at least, na, ayun nga, hindi tayo bibili lang ng ng products ng banyaga, kundi products natin. Going back there, products natin yung binibili ng banyaga.
Trust the digital future with Twala. Secure and tamper-proof digital signature. Electronic notarization service. And custom AI agents for intelligent document workflows. Visit twala.io to learn more. In today's digital world, your organization needs more than just technology. It needs a strategic partner. At Symph, we build web and mobile apps that drive innovation for startups, enterprises, and organizations worldwide. Visit symph.co today.
Protect your assets from bugs before bad hackers exploit them. And launch your products seamlessly with Sicuna, your trusted partner in cybersecurity. Receive reports in real time and work with security experts to find bugs in your products before others do. Let's make your security our priority.
Anyway, sir, maybe sa story pa nito, sir, ni Spring Valley, I'm also curious kasi, sir, this motivation then to build, this motivation to do something. Of course, you have some, sir, you have a history na working sa Manila, tsaka yung this PSIA, for example. Pero siguro lang, sir, kasi madami rin nakikinig dito na medyo mga, siguro mga mas aspiring pa na startup enthusiasts, medyo nasa mga young professionals. Paano, sir, nagsimula yung parang first sa tech world, second yung kagustuhan nyo naman na mag-build or not just yumaman, not just pera, but also to build something that will be impactful?
Kasi especially for the students, no, and the student startup founders, I always tell them there's a time to learn, there's a time to earn. Okay? If you're really good in what you do, money will just come. Money will just come. So ang sa akin kasi is I've been blessed as an individual. No, my parents have taken very good care of me, given me the best education. I have a very supportive family. I'm not even supposed to be here. Political science ang degree ko, 'di ba? Tapos kumuha ako na abogasya. All of a sudden.
Sir,
Well, first and foremost kasi, tumakbo ko election dati and I lost miserably. So I'm thankful for that, for that defeat. Otherwise, my advice is, why am I here now? Well, number one, I just wanted to survive when I was younger, no? I got married quite early. I had kids quite early. So there's so many doors that close, no? So kung ano lang yung opportunity na nandyan, kunin mo. But at the same time, I also never forgot the fact that, number one, I have to learn to enjoy what I'm doing. And I have to learn as much as I could, no? So, ang dami ko adventure. Napunta ako sa technology because I was one of the first few people to jump into the contact center space. 3 pa lang yata, 4 pa lang ang call center sa Pilipinas noon. So, there was no academic discipline that's going to prepare you for a life of outsourcing. So, nagkukuha sila kung saan sa industriya. I was practicing my career in HR then, no? Sa semiconductor pa nga yung una-una trabaho ko. When I got in, kakatawa dahil it's very disorienting. Panggabi ka nagtatrabaho, pumasok ako, nakabarong, tawag sa akin ng lahat ng tao, Daddy. Sabi ko, Daddy, tawag sa akin, kaya pala kailangan, yung Japorbs mo, medyo cool ka dapat, di ba, etc. Because it's a very, very young workforce, no? So, again, all of these experiences, I leverage when I decided to finally cut my own check. Matagal din kasi ako nangamuhan. But then again, I look at some of the organizations. Some of them are very, very well organized. They treat their people well. But as always, there's going to be room for improvement. No? And I said, if God is going to permit me to run my own show, I'm going to make sure that this is how people are treated within my organization. And hopefully, I'm true to that promise. No? Or at least I'm getting there.
And ayun na nga. So, by the way, sir, anong year nag-start si Spring Valley?
2016 officially. No.
Sa copies nga, sir, ano?
Sa copies muna kami.
And then, ano pala, sir? So, as in may office doon, andun yung mga...
We had a physical office there, etc. We were working with the local stakeholders. But it was really for a proof of concept until finally we moved back to Negros. Dahil dito na talaga yung lupa natin.
Sir, as in yung office doon sa lupa, yung sa bago? Or...
Now, temporarily, we are renting an office space near in the city center of Bago City.
Okay.
Of Bago City. So, poblasyon. But the township itself or the farm itself is actually much closer to Bacolod.
And all of yung team nyo ngayon, sir, developers, ay mga from Negros, from Bacolod?
Actually, no. My lead developer actually came from Pasay. Okay.
Pero dito siya ngayon.
Dito sila ngayon. Okay. No? There's one thing that we really wanted to establish, no? Hindi kami masyado naniniwala sa work from home aspect, especially pag
kasi tsaka kung farm kung magde-develop kayo ng products for that.
That's also one. And second, since we gamble a lot on fresh grads, medyo kailangan pa talaga ng different orientation when it comes to workways and workplace, 'di ba?
Yes.
Ang hirap dahil
culture din siguro.
The culture has to be established. And also it's much especially in terms of writing code, mas madali na ba't ayaw tumakbo, 'di ba? Nakatabi mo yung mentor mo rather than, magme-message pa kayo na parang meron akong nakikitang issue dito sa ginawa ko, 'di ba?
Yung mention niyo pala, sir, kanina na yung pivot sa and you mentioned sa real estate sa lupa. Ito yun, sir, yung
this is it. Farm. So we're now trying to establish the homestead, which is an agri-tech facility within the Spring Valley Township. No, so yun yung isa sa mga parang flagship na initiatives namin for the year. And hopefully before the end of the year, we could see the semblance of the farm operating already.
And just to see, sir, para din pala kayong para din kayong startup creator. Kasi for example, you created si OJT.com. OJTPH.com. So, kumbaga, as a software development company, you create products, and those products are actually, or can become, kumbaga, startups in itself. Right. So, parang yun din yung model nyo na Spring Valley is a startup software development
giving
company.
Birth to other startups. And our dream is to have enough especially financial resources to help other people realize their ideas also and come to life. Kasi another advice that's related to your previous question, network the hell out of this world, no? So when I was still employed and I was rising through the ranks, wala akong hindi pinatulan na, conference or event or meeting. Maski Sabado, Linggo pa yan. Pupuntahan ko yan. And right now, I'm cashing in my checks pagdating dun sa relationships na na-establish ko 30 years ago. And don't be very judgmental. Sometimes, the individual that you totally dislike to talk to now is going to become your savior in the future. Di mo alam yun eh. So bottom line is just be kind and just be fair, diba? Always, and probably I'll stick this in already while I have this opportunity. Most especially in the startup ecosystem, make sure that your moral compass is properly calibrated. especially with what's happening in the Philippines right now. I'm hoping that all of these, inquiries, both in the Senate and in Congress, will give rise to a new mindset, no, in terms of transparency and real government service. On the business side, on the private sector, we're not exempted. So dapat, your moral compass should never be compromised.
Moral compass. Now, if I may ask, sir, this is actually, I'm very curious pa, sir. Kasi, sir, you mentioned nga na kumbaga your journey, you rose up the ranks, and then now, you decided talaga to establish your own, business or startup. I mean, why didn't you just continue in that path? Why did you decide to build Spring Valley talaga? Kasi, I mean, it's for example, for other startup founders, they could have gone full employment talaga. I mean, employment or maybe in the corporate, as in C-level, ganyan. But merong mga startup founders, and maybe including your story nga, sir, na talagang it's a jump It's kind of a jump na you build your own something, you build your own company. So, kamusta yun, sir?
I talked to the startups here in Negros yesterday about this, no? That when I finally decided to cut my own check, meaning to say, to become a technopreneur, that's probably the scariest thing that I've ever done. Alam mo, sometimes you get forced into situations that would enable you to decide, no? But lean not on your own understanding, no? Have friends that are smarter, more intelligent, better prepared than you, and listen to good advice. So when I was at that transition, there are certain friends who actually urged me that, your work ethic, I think, is already present. Because kailangan mo talaga, masipag ka talaga eh. Not the typical 9 to 6 mindset eh. Diba? Pag, if you're a startup founder, you work when there's work. Diba?
24/7.
So, that's one, no? I felt that, I was ready to take the leap. Second, even sometimes when I try to entertain going back into employment, parang nagsisirado yung mga pinto eh. People don't even entertain that I needed a job or a deployment. So sometimes it's the entire universe conspiring, no, just to put you where you need to be.
Your
but
destiny.
But more or less, always pray about these things, because there's somebody else who's actually dictating this. Now, all you need to do is look for the signs, listen to good advice, and follow your heart. My dad, who passed several years ago, would always tell me one of the greatest, scariest things in this world is the lack of a good idea. Okay? Sabi niya, finances, madali yan. Resources, there will always be means to get there. But ang pinaka nakakatakot sa lahat is if you already lack creativity in coming up with good ideas. And somehow I believe them.
And I think that's the in the startup community, kailangan lagi tayong merong creativity.
That's correct. That's correct. And a little bit of insanity would also help. Diba?
If I may ask din pa, sir, now na andito tayo ngayon actually sa Alpha Hub dito sa Ayala. Ayala Malls Capital Central here in Bacolod City. Paano nga ba, sir, nagka-partnership with Alpha Hub si Spring Valley?
Well, we've always had conversations with the LGU, no? Especially during the term of former Mayor Albi, in terms of, how can we improve, the way the city is being managed, no? And former Mayor Albi is a big fan of smart cities and technology. So this is one of the things that they really wanted to establish, just to find a home, temporary as it may be, for companies that would want to have a presence in the city. No? So thank goodness Ayala was kind enough to actually entertain this. And now, since I was part of the conversation always, they gave me the opportunity to be part of the Alpha Accelerator Hub. No?
And I think later we'll be interviewing din si Alpha Hub mismo para sa mga nakikinig. Maybe meron dyan nakikinig from Bacolod or maybe from NIR who want to be part of Alpha Hub. let's know more later sa ating interview.
Lest I forget, no, DOST is a very integral part of this. So, grabe ang ano nito. Grabe din ang suporta ng DOST. Maganda dito sa amin sa Negros. Everybody knows everybody. No? Everybody knows everybody. Kaya parang hirap magkalat dito. No? And the conversations here, it's much easier to navigate through all of the intricacies and putting up a business, in finding your market. Mas madali And hopefully we could use the entire city, even the entire province, as a some sort of a sandbox that we could eventually propagate, nationwide and hopefully within the Asian region and then global. No?
Si Famas,
mas madali Mas madali dito So,
si Famas nga maybe parang in-experiment na try siya sa Bacolod dito, pero maybe soon we'll see that model, that technology in the whole country maybe.
Right,
Speaking of that, sir, sige, ano nga ba sir yung parang vision talaga for not just Famas, maybe for Spring Valley din talaga? Ano yung parang further plans maybe 10 years?
Galing parang scripted to Galing No. We're creating a template. 11 hectares lang kami. Okay. Once we create a smart farm, a smart agriculture facility with 11 hectares, we're hoping that it will serve as a template that could eventually be propagated everywhere else in the Philippines and in the region, being a hub also, just to keep on enhancing the farm management system, the integration with the hardware components for farm efficiency, and also be closer to the market. Dahil alam mo, kahit anong mangyari, nasa merkado pa rin yan One of the things that excite me being here in this island right now is, again, I'll go back to this, yung eating culture namin dito kakaiba Kain kami ng kain. Di ba? Halata naman yata sa itsura, no? So, but
dito, masarap ang pagkain dito, sir.
Masarap kasi talaga. I have yet to eat something here in Negros that I really didn't like. No? Sa totoo lang. And I've been here for quite some time. And if you look at how this affects the entire supply chain, di ba? So, ilang gulay ang kailangan mo, ilang karne, ilang, so on and so forth. So it basically feeds into other aspects that eventually will make a way for the economy to thrive even better. Medyo negative yung reputation namin minsan mga Bacolod noon, tawag sa amin tikalon, 'di ba? Mayabang. Niloloko kami ng mga ibang tao na mayabang. And I think this is the same pagkatikalon that eventually helped us survive the pandemic also. Because everybody started creating something, Gawa kang leche plan, luto ka ng pansit, etc. Even yung barter system dito during the pandemic was very, very strong. And again, it's because of that, and more than kayabangan, I think I would rather treat it as we take pride. We take pride in the things that we do here. Hence, ang daming mga branch dito ng restaurant, cakes and pastry shops, etc. Na sumisikat, na dinadayo na talaga. If you're not from here, pagpunta mo dito, yung mga pupuntahan mo talaga.
Speaking of that pride run, actually I think even for the Philippines as a whole, parang, I mean, yun nga, it's time for us to be more proud din talaga sa mga kaya natin gawin. Kasi pag hindi tayo proud, maybe, sige, yabang na nga kung sabihin, pero kung wala naman tayo ng pride na yun, patuloy tayong, nagbabow down lang lagi sa, kumbaga, or nagiging employees, ganyan, ng
and we will never be first world.
Yes.
Unless we develop a mindset of actually creating and leveraging our own strengths. Dahil, alam mo, pumasok ka sa mga, the top tech companies in the world, daming ina-employ yung Pilipino
Yes,
and some of them actually play very vital roles in that organization. Pero ang babaw kasi ng kaligayahan natin Basta okay na tayo 15-30, good na di ba? Sweldo, di ba? Basta papasok, okay na tayo So hopefully we could push a little bit further. And look at, ako believe ako sa mga kaibigan natin from India, yung mindset nila of really creating and dominating is very strong. Siguro that's also an output of having that level of what do you call this, population, no? Na kailangan mo talagang magsumikap in order for you to survive.
And not just, not just, I think we'll cap this conversation off with, parang not just resilience, but somehow a bit of pride, but also parang really to take it to the next level na tayo naman, kung mga brands naman natin yung tinatangkilik sa ibang lugar.
Paulit-ulit ko na sinasabi to tayo, always the bridesmaid, never the bride. Diba? And we're, just to steal something from a Mel Gibson movie, we're so contented from the scraps that fall off other people's tables that we forget to enjoy a full meal by ourselves.
I know that movie.
Diba? It's a Braveheart yan. So, I always use that because somehow, with my experience going through every nook and cranny in the Philippines, that's what comes out na yung point of satiety natin, dali natin makontento. Second, even for the, for bato sa langit kung sino tamaan, sorry na lang. Pero for the startups who sell out so easily, diba? Medyo may konting success, may foreign company that's going to come in and say, sige, bilhin kita 10x of your value, sold ka agad yung sagot Never I mean, our Indian counterparts would say, no, that's too small. If you want to help me out, so I could grow, but we still own this. So, ang hirap mag-realize ng, a Philippine, especially a Philippine tech company that is going to dominate in the global atmosphere. Because the moment that big check is floated in front of us, we say, sold.
Ay, grabe.
Diba? Masakit. Pero totoo.
Yeah. Pero yung sir, talagang ownership I mean, really, let's own our technology, let's own our products, let's own our companies and industries here. And ayun,
and to the consumers naman, support naman Filipino,
yes.
Filipino platforms, diba? And, products. Then, we're probably the second most populous Asian country. That's already a very attractive market for other platform and software providers outside. Diba? Baka naman pwedeng unahin nyo muna yung Filipino. Maski sabihin na natin may mga challenges, etc. Yung colonial mentality natin, di na nawala. Simula yun sa madaming bagay. Sapatos, diba? Ganda-ganda ng mga sapatos sa Marikina, pero gusto natin, yung ginawa sa Marikina, lumabas, tapos pagbalik dito, iba na brand, ayun yung bibili natin.
Yes, weird. Tsaka yun nga sir, yung consume lang tayo ng consume. We should produce actually our own.
Right. And, tama.
Ayun.
And that's the future of the Philippines. If we really want to get out of third world status, we need to have that.
Yes.
And entire nation approach yan. Hindi pwedeng tayong dalawa lang dito nakikwentuhan habang buhay.
Yung mga nakikinig naman sa atin. And I think this is also somehow a call for our startup founders. I think yun naman din ang mindset din ng mentality din ng ibang startup founders na sana nga wag basta-basta magpadala sa pera, but really build our own, something that kumbaga the products that we can really call our own, and kumbaga tayo yung nag-shape sa direction and sa dito talaga sa product na ito. I like that.
Introducing Aim High. Smarter construction management starts here. Monitor costs and progress with real-time insights. Plan ahead and adapt with streamlined scheduling tools. Make data-driven decisions to avoid costly delays. Increase efficiency and profit with Aim High.
Running a business? Make it smarter with Red Circle Global. Streamline operations, boost productivity, and manage everything in one powerful ERP system. Book your free business demo today at redcircleglobal.com. guided by one of our top experts.
Anyway, sir, sige, mag-1 hour na tayo, ano? So, let's wrap this up,
Sobra
sir.
na.
Sir, if our listeners, baka meron dyan nakikinig, interested sa Spring Valley, maybe a partner, maybe kay FAMAS, baka meron dyan mga interested to work with you. So, how can they, sir, find more information about you or Spring Valley?
Well, we've got the Spring Valley and Technology and Innovation Facebook page. There's also info at springvalley.tech, in case you'd want to get involved with some of these crazy ideas that we're putting together. I'll also take this opportunity to thank, of course, the Alpha Hub, the OST, Bacolod City LGU, and you for being here. No, I know you've been very busy. You also came from the other island. Hopefully, you're going to enjoy the rest of your stay here in our island as well.
Yes, sir. Actually, so far, I've been enjoying yung mga pagkain dito sa Bacolod.
Yeah. Hopefully, you'll also enjoy some of the developments ng startup ecosystem
yes,
dito.
Meron pa tayong mga interviews later.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure you'll find most of them, very, very interesting. Some of them already have very huge following and traction. We try to support each other here as much as we can. No? Tulak pataas, wag hila pa baba.
Yes. Ayun, sige. Thank you so much, sir, and thank you sa mga nakinig sa ating episode na ito. Salamat. Thank you.
Thank you very much to our 62 patrons. This episode is super powered by AskLex PH Academy, our official e-learning partner. Get certifications on Lean Six Sigma project management, data science, and more. Argum AI. Make smarter decisions by presenting both sides of an issue as argued by two distinct AI models. Pixel by ePlayment. Turn content into opportunity. Grow deeper connections and earn more. Only with Pixel. Sign up at pixel.eplayment.co. School of Profits. Filipino-led community for aspiring freelancers, VAs, agency builders, and online earners. Built to help you start, grow, and earn online together. Founders Launchpad, our ecosystem partner. Early stage accelerator providing venture capital funding, operational support, and mentorship. Hire Business Solutions, provider of the most configurable cloud-based payroll system in the Philippines. Agile Data Solutions, the Philippines' fastest growing market insights tech company with its data gathering platform, Hustle PH. Smile Checks, streamline hiring and onboarding with automated background checks. Cloud CFO, cloud accounting service provider for businesses ready to grow. Cloverly, all-in-one digital platform for property developers. Body Beauties, accessible and personalized diabetes self-management application. HKB Digital Services, tech-based business tools including payroll, ticketing, and loyalty rewards. Hyperstocks, digital banking enabler for rural and thrift banks. One CFO, CFO services, bookkeeping and tax, and payroll processing for startups and small businesses. Unawa, driving digital transformation with secure, legally enforceable electronic signatures and robust AML compliance. Wonderbrand, data science-driven brand strategy and design for emerging markets. TVCode Technologies Incorporated, IT solutions specializing in software development, blockchain smart contracts, digital wallets, and cybersecurity. NutriCoach, personalized nutrition and weight loss programs for you. This episode is powered by East Point Business Outsourcing Services, Filipina Home-Based Moms, Hex Colony, Sugbudo, Algacon Aquafeeds, Juan Alj, Grey Wolf Technologies Philippines, Pareto Consulting, Jura.ph, Big Giant Games, Pahatid PH, Wasteless PH, Tech Tribe, Yay, Uplift Code.com, Board Prep, Sirius MD. Support the podcast through the links in the description.